Nancy says she wants to see a bigger package. She's tired of seeing smaller packages. She wants to see a big package right now. So Steve Mnuchin's coming back into town just in the nick of time. Hey, good evening, everybody. This is Evenings LALATE. Hope you're good and safe. Congratulations. You made it to Saturday evening. It's time for a drink. And Nancy Pelosi and the Temple of Doom have just opened their doors to announce that you're all going to be horrible tomorrow. And the day after that will be horrible as well. And the day after that will be bad as well. And if you want her to know your name, she's not going to remember it either. This is Evenings LALATE, our 1 hour programming block that starts with a check. And tonight I'll bring back that special from last night, which was very well watched, despite the fact that it was sort of Vincent Price-ish, because I was recording Near Darkness. That special will be about when you would get funds if the second stimulus package is approved in September, as I've been reporting. So let's get right to the details. The second stimulus check will be coming to you, and the second stimulus package will be coming to you if Nancy Pelosi gets her head out of the grass and the ground. And there's exciting, really big news tonight about something that Negative Nancy, Numbers Nancy, Petty Pelosi did not see coming. A united front from the Democrats in the House, the Republicans in the House. I just messed that line up. Pelosi said yesterday that the Democrats are unified and the Republicans are in disarray, and they're not, they're just falling apart like a bad case of dominoes on a moving table. Well, there's a new twist tonight. Earlier today and last night, I reported that the second stimulus check and second stimulus package is near finalization, but Negative Nancy wants you to believe that it's not. The president last night offered an incredible amount of money, as I reported first on this channel, $1.3 trillion, really bringing this close to the settlement amount that this needs to get done. Of course, Nancy Pelosi couldn't stand the fact that anyone was reporting something positive for 10 seconds. So she came back and go, the viper, the dragon tongue came out and said, no, I don't like that. Quickly thereafter, she said, 24, 24, 22, 23, 22, 21, 22. I'm just not approving any of that. It has to be 249.9995 or else. That's basically how she said it. And I'm not exaggerating. I've called her Numbers Nancy today because we still don't know why she's so strung up on this 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, and she keeps on saying that I consulted one of our committee chairs, and we have said we would be willing to go down to 2.2 trillion. These investments are needed now to both save lives and boost the economy. Okay, who are these people? What are their names? Casper the Ghost does not qualify as a committee chair. Nor does Scooby-Doo. We need to see who these people are. But the claim that children going hungry, well, they're still going hungry at 2.2 as much as they're going hungry at 2.4. So it's very not clear what's going on. But here is the really shocking news tonight, and this is really hot off the presses. And I don't mean the press trying to iron the Ice Queen's dress. This one is a new report that says that Republicans in the House, not the Senate, but the House, are ready to take Nancy down with their own stimulus package and get it approved and want to have some Democrats jump party lines and vote in favor of it. And Negative Nancy's not happy about that as well. Let me tell you what's going on. First of all, you're not going to want to hear the package because you're not going to like it. It doesn't have stuff that's supposed to be in there. It leaves things out. It's basically a, to hell with you, Nancy bill, I guess is what you would call it. It's a very, very small bill. I mean, it's so small that all of Nancy Pelosi's smiles can fit in the bill in one page. It's incredible. It's reportedly so small. It's even smaller than the Senate Republican skinny bill. It's not even a skinny bill. It's like a Tic Tac bill. It's that small. So to call it a stimulus, it's not going to stimulate anyone except, an ant. But their plan is to introduce it in a way in which Republicans in the House, that clearly don't support Nancy Pelosi, would get behind it, and some Democrats would. And it's supposed to be allegedly a talking point to get things to maybe get added into it, so that Democrats will be like, you know what, throw this in there and throw that in there, and then we'll jump ship and we'll vote for it. So Nancy Pelosi's claim that all Democrats are in sync with her is not true. Her claim that all Democrats want to hold out for 2.22442922.24 is just not true. And this could actually be the threat that will get Nancy Pelosi to wake up. If you don't recall, there is a whole lot of House Democrats that are not happy with Nancy Pelosi. And you know why we know this is because when we talk about stimulus packages, in August, we forget that when we were talking about stimulus packages in June, there were 30 or 40 other stimulus packages in the House that were written by Democrats that Nancy Pelosi said, hell, you know what? It's not one I wrote. In the corner, over there. Just, no, thank you. There's a lot of big, great, important stimulus packages that a lot of the viewers of this channel love. A lot of the viewers of this channel love. And so if Negative Nancy wants to go down the path that, it's her way or the highway, guess what? All the Democrats in the House, all the Democrats in the Senate that had those other standalone bills are coming forward. And guess what they are? There's the Harris plan, $2,000 check for 6 months, $2,000 check every month for 6 months or until the pandemic settles down or the situation improves. Guess who wrote that also? Bernie Sanders. Don't think that he's rolling over for Nancy Pelosi either. He's not going to sit back and see nothing happen, nowhere, no how. Remember that Nancy Pelosi's bill, the HEROES Act, was approved by the House. It was not approved by the Senate. It has not come up for a vote for the Senate. Do you think Bernie Sanders is going to sit around and have no stimulus for the American economy while Nancy Pelosi, does this thing she does? Whatever that thing she does, that really, God, the Botox you need when you get angry. No. Bernie Sanders is absolutely not going to sit around. He's not going to play games with Nancy Pelosi. He's going to get a stimulus package on the books to get things going. Now, as you understand, his is for stimulus checks, which everyone adores. It's the bill that everyone loves. Sanders, Harris, and a few others wrote it for the Senate. That was the first one, $2,000 check every month for 6 months or until the pandemic settles down. It's not taken out for child support. It's not diluted because you're dependent. It's not a smaller amount because you're dependent. Everyone gets it. It's incredible. There were 3 or 4 other rent bills in the Senate alone. There was one by Elizabeth Warren. There was a lot of other bills there. Then you know what I'm about to say. There's the EIDL bill. Yes, the EIDL grant and loan bill. Then there's the House bills. There was a lot of really incredible, great House bills written by Democrats that Nancy Pelosi said, hey, it's not helping children going hungry, so I'm just not doing it. Nancy starts this thing of her way or the highway. Well, guess who's going to get on the highway? Every Democrat that doesn't want to lose their job, doesn't want to lose getting reelected, they're going to come forward, and they have come forward. So for her to say that that Republicans are in disarray, no. Now, understand what we're dealing with. We're dealing with Republicans in the House, Republicans in the Senate, Democrats in the House, Democrats in the Senate. Needless to say, it's just a lot of horse and pony show. She's going to cave. No one thinks that she's going to play this game to the mat. as I've reported all day long, this contention of why it exactly have to be 2 trillion and can't be 1.7 or can't be 2.1 or it just, she has never given us a number. Never. I mean, she refers to things and people and children and animals and goats and, alpacas and llamas. It's like, okay, Nancy, can we have an understanding why the number is 2.4421 and can't be 2.0? The reason why I say this is inherently incredibly important. I've been reporting now for several months that this president has secretly and quietly wanted to do 2 trillion. Nancy Pelosi's, continual threat is 24, 23, 22. Trust me, if this president gave her 2 trillion, she'd take it a second. I mean, just, honey, don't play games like that. The problem is that the president hasn't come up to the 2 trillion. He's come up to the 1.3, and the reports are just widespread that he'll do 1.5 to 1.5 to 2, but that anything over 1.5 is a push, and that you really can't isolate your base. There's a concern about what Republicans want to do. They do want to do 1.5. They do want to do, high ones. They don't want to do 2.4. And so that's that. Bottom line is, if you're wondering what you're going to get, you're going to get a $1,200 second stimulus check. You're going to get it whether you're adult dependent or minor dependent. If you're a married couple, you're going to get $2,400. Family of 5, $6,000. You're going to get it. This is just a lot of antics that she's putting you through, and it's just if you're not watching the bull riding competition and the bull going like this, well, then you can turn on Nancy Pelosi, because that's basically what she's doing. The great news, as I've been reporting for 2 days, and I'll continue to report it, is that Steve Mnuchin is coming back to town. He's coming back to town on Tuesday. He's appearing before a congressional committee about stimulus. He's going to talk about the stimulus debate, the stimulus checks, and so this is what you really want to hear. We determined today, as I reported earlier this morning on a really well-watched video, thank you for tuning in, thank you for hitting that like button, that she's really having a personality conflict with whatever his name is. And he's having a problem with whatever her name is. And whatever they're doing, we don't know whatever it is, but we hope what the hell is going on and gets to the point. She doesn't like Mark Meadows. He's a new face. He came on the scene in May. He was not chief of staff before May. She called him a Stafford. She called him what is his name. And today she basically revealed why she's having a problem with him. Because he's not the lead negotiator. Okay. So she doesn't want to talk to the secondary negotiation. She wants to wait till Mark Meadows is in town. So he's coming back. Steve Mnuchin is back in town. So he's coming back in town. He's the one she negotiated the first round. She likes him. She got the first deal done. He has said he'll come up with more money for anything they agree upon. Pause. Nervous pause. So there's that thing they don't agree upon. State and local. Yeah. I need money for state and local. Why don't you just say you need money for Andrew Cuomo and Gavin Newsom? I mean, just state and local is parenthesis Andrew and Gavin close parenthesis. He's not going to give it. So Nancy, go ask for something else. Like, get more hazard pay, get extra stimulus checks, get a side of fries. He'll give you that. He's just not going to give you state and local. He's just not going to give it to you. But the point is that we're just not given numbers. I mean, she thinks we just don't know what's going on. We're just not being given numbers. And hopefully that will change. But you know what's going to happen tomorrow? You know what's going to happen tomorrow? Larry Kudlow is going to appear somewhere and do some math on probably CNN in the morning. Nancy will probably be on, MSNBC. Meadows will be on Fox. And they'll all be on one of the channels tomorrow morning. They'll say, it's dead. The other one will say it's happening. And the other one will say it's going to the left. And what I want you to do is I want you to just, turn on golf and just ignore them. Really, I seriously do. I just absolutely ignore them. I'll give you an example of how to ignore these people and why you should ignore them. In preparing for this video tonight, I pulled up a new report published in the last 2 hours. I'm not going to say what company it was, but it's a leading news magazine. It's not a news paper. It's a news magazine that, portrays himself as financial news. And so I opened it up as though it was a brand new development tonight. It wasn't. It used old quotes, but in one of the sections of the article, it had a title. And the title was really like a grabby title. And it said 2.2 trillion or no deal at all, Pelosi. The way the title was written, it made it sound like Pelosi said 2.2 trillion or no deal, go home. So I started to read the section. No quote. No quote. Continue to read it. Nowhere in the article did it say that she said 2.2 trillion or go home or no deal. So that's what you have to understand we're dealing with. It's not her doing, but I'm sure she would absolutely love that article. It's just so dark and gloomy, just the way she loves it. You have to sort of ignore that realm out there. There's going to be a lot of negativity coming from her. That's clearly her strategy. Make you upset, scared, negative. The other side's focus is really on numbers. Mnuchin is sort of a bland guy. He just does numbers. And as we sit here now, as we come into September 1st, I got to tell you, the next few days is really going to be like, it's going to be more active than a Olivia Newton-John physical music video. It's going to be very active. There's going to be a lot of movement going on. So be ready for this roller coaster. It's just going to go left and right. And if you like the bumper cars at the county fair, you're going to love this one, because she's going to make it sound like it's one where it's not, and it's absolutely not. So expect more twists and turns than a game of Naked Twister. It's just, boy. With that, hit the like button. There's been a lot of really great times today. I've appreciated your time and your great comments. Just a lot of love on this channel. The likes have really helped. Videos that are more liked now are really starting to move up in the algorithm, and things that just, do this, do that, and it's like a bad Vogue music video. They're going that way. So keep on liking the video, like this one, and subscribe and hit the alert. And coming up next is a special about when you would likely get your funds. I'll follow up with more about that tonight, because a lot of you really adored that video last night. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, stay focused, and stay of LA for more.